me a favor, and if you can share this feed and share the feed, and then I want you to put in the comments different ways that you stay clean and green. That's the focus for this whole month, is clean and green, right? One really cool thing is that I've been seeing so many people with the health industry, with the cleaning industry, all of that, and people seeing how they also go together. And I've seen more green cleaners, more emphasis on that. And I'm like, yay! But the cool thing is that the company that I grew up with has been on that plane for a long time, for over 65 years. So I'm very, very excited about that, but also just to see the industry shift. So I want to play this quick video for you guys so that you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so as you can see, the company has been doing so much for 65 years and actually pioneered in the whole green area. Was the first company in the world to offset their carbon emissions. And then, but they were also the first company in the country to have plant-based protein, create a plant-based protein, first company in the country to create the multivitamin. There was a lot of firsts, right? And so I'm just so honored to have grown up with a company like that. It's so cool. But just a couple things, a couple tips and different ways that you can stay clean and green. So let's first talk. Hey, Vanya. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Vanya is doing so good. I am so excited for her. She is a part of our Health Journey Jumpstart team, our Health Journey Jumpstart group, and she has been doing so well. But a couple things, and we're talking about money specifically today. So each week we're going to be talking about different ways to stay clean and green. Today we're going to be talking about money specifically. So a couple ways that you can stay clean and green. Let's start with your groceries, right? How do you shop? How do you shop for groceries? One thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people say when they start to eat healthier is that eating healthier is more expensive. And it's actually not the case. It doesn't have to be more expensive. Now, I will say it can be more expensive if you try to get a lot of the things out there that are vegan, a lot of the new stuff that's like vegan or meat replacements or different things like that. That can be a little bit more expensive if you go that route. But if you stick with the food that God gave us, a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, that actually will decrease your grocery bill. And so you'll actually be getting more food and more bang for your buck. And so now my husband and I, a lot of you guys know that we were vegan. I was vegan for about a year and a half. He was vegan for about 9 months. And one thing that we noticed, because we were like, man, this is expensive, but that's because we were trying to get a lot of replacement meat, replacement burgers, replacement cheese, stuff to replace cheese. And a lot of that stuff is more expensive. But then once we were like, okay, we kind of switched a little bit, and it became more of, let's get more whole foods, more fruit, more vegetables, more fresh produce, etc. And then it like really came down. So that was really cool. So when you grocery shop, Make sure that you're not necessarily trying to go for the fad or for the trend, but actual like food. And then when you go, and then also, if it has a whole lot of ingredients, try and stay away from it. The less ingredients, the better. Okay, so shopping practically, getting whole foods, right? Getting whole foods. Then another thing is supplements. Whatever supplements you guys decide to get, do your research first, because for me, and I've heard, I got this from somebody else that said the most expensive vitamin or protein or whatever is the one that doesn't work. And a lot of times people are getting products and they might not necessarily know how it's supposed to work, or they might have never felt how it's supposed to feel when it does work. So sometimes people are getting stuff that doesn't work, and that's a waste of money. So I always say, do your research. Do they have clinically published clinical studies that's backing the results? Do they have product support where you can call and ask them about each and every ingredient that is in what you're taking? All of that stuff. So do your research first. And I also, another thing that I like to do is to look at long-term results. So when something, a new trend or a new program or a new whatever comes out, I like to look at the long-term results. And so something new comes out, I'll usually, and I was just talking with somebody about this yesterday, feel free to ask questions, you guys, if you have any questions about how to stay clean and green. I was just talking about this with somebody yesterday, and I was sharing, every time something new comes out, I always watch, and I usually watch from about 6 months to a year to see what the long-term results are for the people that are doing or taking or whatever. And I'll also go online and do research that way to see what has been published, to see what has been proven. And I'll do that before I try anything. And so that's another thing that I definitely suggest. Brian says, I agree. That's another thing that I suggest. So do your research and get something that that doesn't just work fast. That's usually a big tell for me. When somebody's like, you can do whatever in 20 days, that's a red alert. But do your research and get something that you know will work so that you're not wasting your money. Another thing that people do that work with me and my team is that they're able to get loyalty rewards. So they're able to get rewards every time they purchase. They're able to get money back, and I think that's another really cool way to stay clean and green, to save green. Now, if we talk about making green, there are so many different things you can do, right? But one of my favorite ways is what I do. And it's not just what I do, but I grew up seeing not just my grandparents, but a lot of people doing the same thing. And back then, it was a little newer. It wasn't like it is today where there's a lot more home-based businesses. Back then, it was like, what is that? Because the norm was you go to work, you get benefits, right? That was a big deal. You go to work, you get benefits, and you work for 40 years, and then you retire, etc. But now businesses are booming. One thing that I love about having a home-based business, and the one that I do is, and a lot of people do, is because I don't have to worry about fulfilling orders. I don't have to keep stock like we used to have to. I remember using to have to stock shelves. Don't have to do that anymore. And also because, Teresa, he said someone on your team just got 2 free products this morning with her loyalty order. Right. That's what I'm saying. Every time we buy, we get free stuff. It's really cool. And that's another cool thing, is that there's so many different perks and rewards in it. But one of the reasons why I share this is because as a musician, as a vocalist, there are certain things that I need, and I know that I need for energy, for performance stamina, for to help me with focus, to help me stay well year round. And for that stuff, I know that I'm going to be purchasing that. And so cool thing is that I purchase from my own store and I get paid for it. So that's another thing that I like to share. So anyway, I'm not going to be before you guys today. It's going to be super short. We usually have like a conversation, but I would love to answer any questions that you guys have, so you can go ahead and put them in the chat. But another thing that I like about being able to make green from home is that I'm able to, my schedule is flexible. So I'm also an adjunct professor. I'm able to do that in the time allotted that I have. We're also homeschooling our kids. We are also recording an album. Yay! We're finishing that up. I'm super excited for that. We are also we're doing several things, but I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying every minute of it, and I love that I'm able to do everything from here. I'm able to do all of my business from home, and I'm also able to pay for my album myself. And I'm very grateful to God for that, because I'm able to fund my album, able to hire other musicians to play, able to pay for the mixing, the mastering, the marketing, all of that stuff. I'm able to pay for that myself. I don't have to take out a business loan. I don't have to take out a loan at all. I can pay for that myself. And I love that. I absolutely love having that, the freedom, the time freedom, and the financial freedom, because one of the things that I learned from my grandmother, that's right, Teresa, one of her dreams was to travel the world. She wanted to travel the world. She grew up very poor. They were farmers. Her father, her grandparents were sharecroppers. Her father was a farmer. And she grew up very poor. And her aunt, my her Aunt Mary gave her a suitcase when she was a teenager, because she knew that she really wanted to travel. And so she remembered looking at pictures and seeing pictures of Italy and the different continents and countries. And so then she started doing this business. And within a year, both her and my grandfather were able to quit their full-time jobs. Now let's talk about before, though. Before, they were both working full-time government jobs. Nothing is wrong with that. That's what they did. That's what a lot of people in my family did and do, and that's great. But they were both working full-time government jobs. My grandmother was a social worker. My grandfather worked at the U.S. Printing office in Washington, D.C. And so then they started taking the supplements. They felt really, really good. And so then she didn't want to do the business at all, you guys. She didn't want to do it at all. But she started sharing it with people. They were feeling better and purchasing from her. And she started getting checks. And then two of her, a cousin and an aunt, were really like, hey, you should do it. You should do it. And at first she was like, no. And then she was like, okay, okay. And so they tried it. And within a year, well, actually, she was having to take naps after work. They had busy schedules. You know, I think my mom and uncle were like almost maybe in the preteen stage, the teenager stage, probably preteen stage. And but then they started doing it, started sharing it. And I remember her saying she had a meeting, her very first meeting. She set up all these chairs, um, fixed all this food, and nobody came. And she said, I remember she even invited my grandparents. I mean, no, my great grandparents, and they didn't come either. And they lived like right there, and they didn't come either. And so she said, I had another one, fixed all this food, set up all these chairs. Nobody came, right? And then she kept doing it. They kept doing it. They kept doing it. And then it started to move. Their business started to move and move and move and grow and grow. Then within a year, it got to the point where their income from their business became larger than both of their incomes from their government jobs combined. And so that's when they made the decision. My grandmother came off of her job. And then my grandfather, not long afterwards, came off of his job, and the rest is history. And remember, I was telling you about the travel part. So she was able to use her income to literally travel the world. That was her thing. She was always somewhere. And it was really cool. And not just travel the world, but they were also able to purchase homes. They drove the best, they traveled the best, always traveling in style. They were able to invest their money and grow it. They were able to do so much. And so it was really cool growing up around that and seeing that. So that's what I saw was, I saw both. I saw people going to work, and then I saw them, but I was around them for a lot of my childhood. So I started helping them when I was 7 years old. I was their assistant. And I kind of learned the ropes of Shackley growing up. And now that's what I do. They were able to pass their business down to me. And so now I run their business, and it's a blessing. And so one of the things that I like to share is that whatever business you have, whether it's this, whether it's something else, whatever business you have, don't give up, right? Says Jim Burke used to say, that's a leader in our company. They are wrong. I am right. And I am not quitting. I love it. But it's, you have to have that grit. You have to have that determination that no matter what, I am not quitting. So whatever business you have, whatever venture you're on, whatever business you're thinking about starting, for those of you that are in that entrepreneurship world, don't quit. Keep going, right? Keep going, keep going. I wanted to quit a million times, really, in these past couple of years, but I'm very, very, very glad that I stuck with it because the health industry, the wellness industry is not going away. People are more and more and more and more and more and more realizing the importance of health and realizing the importance of staying well, true wellness, right? Staying well so that we don't have to, so that our lifespan and our health span are the same length. We don't want our health span to be shorter than our lifespan, right? We want good health the entire time we're alive, right? And so more and more people are starting to realize that, but also more and more people are starting to realize that the natural approach is the best approach. It's not about get quick here or do it quick here or whatever quick here. It's about long-term results, and not just long-term results with your health, but long-term results with your wealth too. And so it's so cool. A lot of the people that I grew up seeing with my grandparents, driving the best, always going somewhere, always traveling, beautiful homes, they still have that, and their businesses are still growing and thriving, And so that's one of the things that I love, is that the business that I've grown up around has literally stood the test of time. And so whatever business you have, keep going. Don't quit. Keep going. And so, and when you do, just, Teresa, the next millionaires will be those of us who educate and care. Yes. And that's what I love about our family, is that our business family, is that we really care about people. It's about people. You have to see the people. And so it's not, when I share about, what we have, the different things that we offer, it's not about the money. It's because I know that they work. I know that they work, and I have seen it time and time again my entire life. And I know that they work. And I'm always trying to help people and show, if it's show how you can feel better, and also how you can invest in your health, but also get those products for free if you need to, if you want to. And so a lot of us, we've taken advantage of this opportunity, so we're able to keep our health thriving, and we don't have to pay out of pocket at all. Literally at all. When you go to the grocery store to get your supplements, you're paying out of pocket. They don't pay you back for that. And for some companies that do like a percentage back, I'm telling you, it's not the same. It's not the same. It is not the same. It's not the same. Being an affiliate is different than owning your own business. Affiliate's cool, but it's not the same. And so, one thing that I absolutely love, and I keep saying that because I love it. I love it that I'm able to take the income that I make, buy the supplements that I need for every day, not just for me, but for my children as well, just like my mom did for me. Then I'm also able to invest. Of course, I pay my tithe first. Pay my tithe first. Then I'm also able to invest, right? And then I'm also able to pay for my music career. Every time we travel, I'm able to pay for it with that. When we travel for music, travel for concerts, my business pays for that. When we are making albums or stuff that I already said, my business pays for that, right? So that's what we mean when we say clean and green, is having the freedom, having the flexibility, the time flexibility. If you see right here, I can't really show you, but right here I have my mic, my headphones, my interface. I have it set up right here, right? Because I can record whenever I want. Me and my kiddos, I can bring them in here. And this is like my little setup, everything else downstairs. But we can record whenever we want, right? I can take them outside to play whenever I want. I can do, it's the time flexibility is huge, but it's time flexibility. I work for myself. So if I need to do BGVs for someone, I can do it. If I need to have a recording project, I can do it. If I have to travel, somewhere to perform, I can do it. You know what I mean? I don't have to ask for days off. I don't have to do that. I am my own boss and I control that part. And so, but there are so many different opportunities, but whatever it is that you've chosen, don't give up. Stick with it. Stick with it. There have definitely been times when I've been discouraged. Definitely been times I was like, oh, I can't do this. I'm not as good as my Nana at this, but doesn't matter. You be you, right? You be you. One of the biggest things that I hear is, I'm not really a salesperson. I'm not either. I am not. But I care about people, and I like to share what I know. And I like to share what works and what's not just hype, but what works and what's been scientifically proven to work. So anyway, that's it, you guys. I'm pretty much, I have one more video for you. And that's it. Teresa said, this is bonus day. That's right. That's right. Hit your account. And the cool thing is that this is one of them. You can get bonuses anytime you want. Anytime, literally, any day, every day. So cool. Sally Cheston, great job. Yay! Love eating clean and saving green. Hey, Precious. So I'm going to share one more video with you guys. Here we go.
They say seize the day. But what happens when you actually do? What happens when you follow your ambition? And you take on the mission to create a healthier, better world? And what happens when you do it with the right company, at the right place, at the right time? Well, this. This is health, sustainability, community. This is opportunity calling. This is Shackley. Let's make it happen together.
Yay! So this is opportunity calling, you guys. If you have ever thought about it, let me know. This month, you can start your business for just $25. That never happens. $25 and then order any product you want. And that's That almost never happens, you guys. So if you have $20, that is what, a month? That's a 1 month of like Netflix and HBO Max. So take that $25, start your business, invest in your health, and it will reward you. When you invest in your health, you will get rewarded for it, guys. And that's a biggie. Precious, let's see, you are a model for us from 7 years old. I love my Shackley family too. And when you do, guys, I love it when you do. Yes, that's right, Precious. You invest $25. There's an app on your phone. It's called Shackley Share, and you're able to do your entire business right from your phone. You can literally be anywhere. It used to be, it had to be a computer and all this, but no, right from your phone. I can do business anywhere I want to do. You get 3 free months of a personal website. They give you literally everything you need to get started. We have a system in place for you to start making income. It's very simple. Guys, it's so easy. Precious, the person that I just posted, he said, I'm excited to have 5 bonus days this month. Guys, she hit the first rank in literally 2 weeks. It's not hard, but we have a community in place. We have systems in place, and take control, right? Take control of your health, take control of your finances. And a lot of times those two things have a big impact on our mental health, right? As well as the economy around us also has an impact on our mental health too. So that's what we're about: true wellness, physical health, financial health, mental health, environmental health. That is our company in a nutshell. That's our business in a nutshell. And so we love you guys. Reach out to me. All it takes is $25 to get started. That never happens. $25 in a product order of any amount, any amount, all of that. So it's fun. We have a good time. We always do. We have a good time, but we are also learning. We're growing. We are staying consistent with our health routines. We're staying consistent with our physical health, maintaining our physical health. It's not just about losing weight or whatever. It's about all of it. Healthy, all of it, all of it. Healthy body, healthy heart, healthy brain, healthy mind, healthy eyes, healthy ligaments, healthy joints, healthy, all overall, right? Not just being thin, because people can be thin and be unhealthy. It's just health overall, right? Women's health, men's health, everything. And then you're able to take that income, invest it, right? So that your money can grow, and then do whatever else you want to. Fund your dreams. Music is my dream, right? Fund your dreams. My dream, I want to win. I want to have Grammy winning songs and albums. I want our music to be in movies. I want to travel the world singing, writing, all of that. That's my dream. I want to be in movies. I also really like to act, all that stuff. And so, yeah. And I'm able to fund my dreams with my income where I'm able to work at any time, any place. Cool? So, love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye.